Right, thanks. First of all, in the line of ANC, everything changed with the new cap. ANC, BIS, Chris, Eco, sheep, calf, arable. When you look at Fran's department, Thomas's, Margaret's, patches and inspections, Josephine on Thames, we had not one problem. Okay, we had to wait a few weeks, but in fairness, when you pick up a phone, it was sorted. The one observation I have for your section in Portlaoise, because I find it very good, I want to compliment you on it, first of all. The one observation, the digitisation of maps, if that could be speeded up, it would be helpful, and especially if there's odd appeals going on the Gaia coming up down the road, if there's any of that, the digitisation could, for the future. But in fairness to you, in all the schemes that I deal with, I don't have a problem. In the line of organic, it was mentioned earlier on, the great work that was done. When I can tell you one thing, the work that was done, that man over there, Jack Nolan, he travelled the byroads and the highways of Ireland a few years ago into cold halls and warm halls at night. I saw him in the West trying to promote people to get into organic when a lot of farmers were fair afraid of it. And the other person I want to compliment is Willie Murphy. But the one thing I want to get stuck into is acres. How many people were waiting in 23 for their payments, Mr. Savage?
The figure I gave earlier was 558. That's
in 23. That didn't get paid at the end of 23.
At that point, at the end of December 23, I don't have that figure to hand. I think.
How many was waiting at the end of 24?
Just from recollection, sorry, just at the end of 2023, I think we had 17,000 or between 17 and 19,000.
Do you think that's acceptable that farmers waited 2 years? Would you wait 2 years for your few quid?
I agree. It's not acceptable, Deputy, and we would not.
And where's their accountability then?
We would not like to be in this position, and we would not have wanted to be in this position ourselves. As I mentioned earlier on, the complexity associated with the new requirements that were introduced under acres has led to those.
Yeah, but hold on now. We just go back a small bit. I'm here 10 years. Yeah. I was here for what was the scheme before? Glass. I saw for 2 or 3 years the same dangling going on below in Wexford with the glass. We were in trouble for a few years. In fairness, they got it sorted quicker. There's farmers as 23, 24 and 25. They're 3 years into it now. And there's still farmers. How many farmers, you mentioned a figure there earlier on of 16, 25, 558 and 3,300. How many farmers is it their problem at the moment? I want to know out of all them figures.
I don't have precisely that breakdown here.
You mentioned it earlier on that with farmers, to talk about farmers.
No, I said there were some, there were some issues. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I know, Jackie, you know, if we can.
Are you going to do a review of this to try and simplify it over the coming months? To make sure that whatever needs dropping or getting rid of, or that IT, whatever is going wrong, that you're going to have it perfected for the payments coming into this year?
We are going to undertake a review, and that'll happen effectively next month. We'll be carrying that out, and we'll be trying to learn from the experience that we've had. And we will be trying to streamline it.
What is your department going to do for the farmer that got 23, 24, and now is going to get 25 this year for tax purposes? What are you going to do for them? Have you talked to Deeper that them farmers, if they have kids going to college, there's a threshold on it? What are you going to do for them now because of your mistakes, not the farmers?
Well, there isn't any provision under any of the schemes to pay interest or otherwise or compensation to people.
No. But did you go to Deeper to ask them to give a special dispensation because the department was at fault, not the farmer? Did you?
No, we haven't done that.
And will you?
No, because there isn't any provision for us to do that, essentially within the construct of how the payments are carried out.
If the farmer has to pay the 9,000 in college fees now because of this tough luck.
Deputy, there is a very small number now in the overall scheme of things. There's a very small number of people who are still outstanding.
Their kids could be going to college.
And absolutely, and even a single case is unacceptable. And we've acknowledged that.
If he could raise that, it wouldn't be his business to directly deal with revenue on it, but the committee could, if we chose.
What sort of a helpline are you talking about setting up for dealing with farmers on acres? In fairness, you could ring Willie Murphy, you could ring that man over there. But other than that, when you ring Wexford, I'm talking about the acre side of it. It's like trying to ring Sante. You never get an answer. Well, and in fairness, you're a senior person. I rang you a few times myself and I didn't get answered. So I think leadership should be shown.
Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, you did mention that last time when I was
Yeah.
here last May. I don't recall or haven't seen
Well, I can
any-
show you it on my phone if
Well,
you want to
that's
see
fine.
it.
Well, I'd like to talk to you
Because
about that
you pressed the
afterwards.
button back that I call you back.
I'd like to talk to you about that afterwards because
Yeah.
I don't
Well, you didn't
recall
ring me
getting
in the
any
last
calls.
week about it if you knew about it.
No, look,
Just-
we need
just on-
to move on. There will be another opportunity to come back.
Could I just maybe just on that last point about the access to people in Wexford on the calls? Yes, there have been points along the way where we've had issues around access to people in Wexford because of the fact that everybody has been flat out trying to process the payments. But that has improved considerably over the last number of months, which I mentioned earlier, to the point that over the last couple of weeks we're answering 95% of calls that come into the office in Wexford. That's the reality at the moment. I just want to record that.
Thank you, Deputy Newsom.